For those that are new to the channel, I'm Josh. I am an attic insulator for the past 3 years. I roughly do around 3 to 5 attics per day. Welcome to the channel. I upload every Tuesday. I answer all of the comments. So if you have a comment, put a comment down below and I will do my best to answer your questions. How's it going, everybody? Today, I'll go through 5 tips that I think that would be useful for you guys if you are thinking of topping up your attic, okay? First off, I do want to show you guys this awesome plaque that I got from one of my kids, one of my best fans. So 200 subscribers. We just hit that, I believe, this Saturday. So that was pretty exciting. So thanks again for all your support. And make sure for this video, if you do like it, give it a nice thumbs up and click on that subscribe button below. So without further ado, in this video, I am going to include personal protective equipment that I use when I insulate the attics with loosefill insulation.
You need your knee pads, you need your mask or your goggles, you need your gloves, and you need your light. The other thing as well, don't forget your long sleeve shirt as well as your pants so that the fiberglass doesn't itch. Or if you're using cellulose, a full combination suit is good because it's going to get very dusty. So for sealing the attic, you're talking about any bathroom fans again, any sort of light fixture that you see here, as well as any holes made by electrical or even plumbing. So get yourself a can of spray foam and or expansion foam and cover those holes like you see here. Some heat loss issues may be just blown out or displaced insulation, which you will fix when you do your attic top-up. If you have disconnected chimneys or even kitchen hood exhaust that are just blowing out into your attic, those are some major, not just heat loss, but also heat generating elements, and so you're going to get mold. If you have one of those, definitely call a professional and get that fixed before you add any insulation. I have other videos on my channel that discuss bathroom fan exhausts and how to reconnect them and why it is important to do so. Tip number 3, venting and adding venting as well as extending venting. Typically there's going to be 2 types of trusses. You're going to have 16-inch on center, and so there's usually 2 cavities in between each vent for new houses, and for 2 feet on center trusses, then you're just looking at the 1 cavity in between each vent. You need to check how high your venting is that is present at the moment, and then you need to figure out, okay, you put in our 60, again, that's my recommendation. So that's 22¼ inches, but of course your venting is on an angle. So then you measure up, and typically you would need, all depending, old houses would need about 2 more vents back to back so that they're high enough, just because of how shallow the slope is. One thing that I definitely want to stress, and I've mentioned in previous videos, make sure that your roof vents are uncovered, and so they can accept air to exhaust the hot air out of your attic, especially during the winter. This allows to prevent mold and moisture buildup in your attic, as well as condensation. Condensation is bad because then water droplets fall down on the insulation, ruining the insulation. Tip number 4.
Plan your route, so know how your attic looks like, so you know how to step through safely. Just a quick walkthrough as to where I start and then how I strategize so that you're not walking on your own work, because it's always, depending on how your attic looks like, it's always very, very tricky to go around without stepping on pot lights and that sort of stuff, because a lot of times when you're doing your own attic, it's concealed, right? You got your pot lights that are concealed, you've got your plumbing, all your old stuff. So the reason why you want to add insulation into your attic, you want to have a more energy efficient home. You can use these tips for any type of material that you want to add into your attic. I personally use fiberglass insulation. That's what my work provides me with. I have done cellulose insulation. There's pros and cons on both sides, and obviously there's the spray foam, which is sort of more expensive but the more permanent solution.
So you always begin at the edges, and you definitely want to cover the top plate. So like we've covered, you want to start from the baffles, and then you aim your hose up so that or you put your hose down low and then upward so that you're not covering the vents. That's my technique that I use, and it works pretty well. I always check just after to make sure that I haven't covered the vents, because if not, then I have to empty the hose and then blow out the vents. After you've worked throughout your entire perimeter, then you work the middle. So then you have 2 reference points, and then you even both sides out, and then work your way back towards the attic hatch.
Number 5, the attic hatch should, in my opinion, be the same R value as the rest of your attic. So you beef that up to an R60 at least, and then you'll be good to go. Air seal that so that everything is airtight. I have a video also on attic hatches, just so you know what to look for when we're talking about attic hatches and the attic insulation for the attic hatch and air sealing it properly. Okay? So with that, hope you enjoyed this video, and please give a nice thumbs up, and again, subscribe below, and we'll see you next Tuesday. So again,